Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here. This is going to be the October reading for the sign that I select from this pile of cards. Hope everyone is doing well, having a good month so far. Alright, let's see who's coming through today in today's reading. Alright, we have the sign of Sagittarius, so we are welcoming in the Sagittarius energy. Anyone with prominent Sagittarius placements in your birth chart, thank you so much for being here. If you are cross-watching for a Sagittarius, welcome into the reading. Alright, so because I picked on camera, I'm not really doing a channeled message in this reading today. So we're just going to see what comes through in the cards. As always, if you were able to gain perspective, insight, truth, validation, direction from today's reading, or you just enjoyed it, please like the video, press the thumbs up button. It really helps my videos circulate throughout YouTube. And since my channel is still small and a new channel, I would really appreciate any help I can get from that perspective. Also, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you there. All right, let's see what's coming through for the Sagittarius. So we're looking into the personal energy. Then we're going into the energy of the environment. This could be people, situations, circumstances that you find yourself in. And then we'll get a breakdown of the month and go into further detail. This detail is more on a mundane level. So sit back, enjoy the reading, and let's open up the message. Open up the channel. Receive the message, see what comes through today. These cards are a little wild, but your energy is wild, so it's only fitting. All right, personal energy for the group of Sagittarius that I'm reading for today for the month of October 2023, please. You have the Three of Swords. No! First card out in your personal energy is always an important card. First card out in any reading is always an important card, okay? So, Three of Swords. The World. Definite cycle breaking, ending of cycles. You don't feel very good about these endings. And the Knight of Swords. You have the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. All right. First and foremost, there's heartbreak and there's loss. So, your personal energy, there's a feeling that you have been let down, let go. You are heartbroken, okay? I don't know if someone hurt you, stabbed you in the back, stabbed you in the heart. There could be some betrayal that has happened. There's also some communication about this as well, like you expressing your hurt and your pain to someone. There's a lot of mental energy. There's a lot of overthinking. Breaking down the situation. I'm feeling like as you are thinking of the situation and you're breaking it down in your mind, it's like you get a realization and then you have to speak on it. And then you get another realization and then you have to speak on it. But like these realizations are about how maybe you were treated unfairly. You were betrayed somehow. Maybe you just learned of a betrayal in some way and you're like hurt and heartbroken, right? But as you think about the circumstance, you are sort of putting puzzle pieces together and you're making sense about it. And then during these moments, it's like, this is what you meant when you did that, or this is what you were doing when you said you were doing this, or like, you know, like everything all of the sudden just makes sense. Whereas when you were in the situation, maybe it made sense to you then, maybe it didn't, I don't know. Usually when something is off about a person or a situation, we feel it, right? Like, I don't care how non-intuitive you think you are. I mean, I think Sagittarians are very intuitive. I think they're the most intuitive fire sign in my opinion. But, excuse me, sorry. Yeah, so even if whether you picked up on something being off or not while you were in the situation, now that you're not in it and you're going through this loss and breakup or whatever it is, separation, things are coming to the forefront. You're having realizations, like I said, and you're putting the puzzle together. And now everything is more clear. Now everything makes more sense, if that makes sense. But you're definitely closing this cycle out. All right, whether it's your choice or not, it's done. Okay. It's a lot of powerful energy here with this World card and how this deck depicts the World card. There's regeneration with the snake. There is clarity and divine power and force and a push with this. What is this? This raven? Is it a raven, a hawk, a crow? And then, of course, the panther is here as well. You even have the wolf. I mean, these are super powerful spirit animals. Yeah, it's just like I am not going to go down this path again. Okay? Like you are, it's like the way she's doing it, like it looks like she's going to devour the snake, right? Like in my mind, how I'm looking at it. So it's like this snake is no longer, I'm going to devour it, I'm going to eat it, which means it's not going to exist once she eats the snake. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, I'm so sorry, you know, like it doesn't feel very good. It doesn't feel the best. Hopefully the rest of the cards as your month goes on, like you have better, you know, circumstances that you're dealing with or something to help with this healing. But yeah, I do feel that there's a little bit of assertion, aggression. Like I said, you're speaking your mind. I do feel very strongly as you come through, as you're putting the puzzle together and you see the clarity of the situation, you see the whole time that this person was hurting you, didn't have your best interest at heart. They were playing you, they betrayed you in some way. And it's hurtful, obviously, you know, especially if you cared. So if it's not a romantic situation, you're definitely closing out a cycle. Putting the romantic situation aside, this could be something where you need to leave something, whether it's a home, a job, some sort of group or situation, project. I don't know, like you're closing out a cycle. You're closing out an old way of being, an old belief system. Just in general, maybe you feel like this month of October is like the beginning of your new phase of life, okay? And maybe for whatever reason, circumstances have come up where you know that your lifestyle is going to have to change, your routine's going to have to change, your environment's going to have to change in some way. And you were so used to your old way of living that there's a little bit of sadness coming through here because you know you're leaving that old way of living because, like I said, new circumstances are popping up in your life that's going to cause you to change some of these things in some way. And so with the Prince of Knives or the Knight of Swords, it's like a strategic thinking. So it's like a balance between the heart and the mind. You feel sad and a little hurt because you have to leave a situation, but at the same time, you're in your mind and you're mentally trying to stay logical, practical, rational, making the right moves, the right decisions, still pushing forward and going forward on a situation from a really clear, crisp, clean mental state. Okay? So trying your best to not allow the heart to rule and overtake like this situation, even though yes, it hurts and it's sad because you feel that it's a loss. With the World card, there is the ending and the simultaneous beginning of cycles, right? So you're having to juggle two parts of yourself and how you're feeling and how you're thinking this month. You're having to do two things at the same time, you know? So don't be so hard on yourself. Take it easy on yourself. You know, if there's a day where you feel sad, let yourself feel it. Okay? Let yourself go into those feelings so that way you can acknowledge them and release them, right? Like the best thing for you to do to move forward and out of this heartbreak or loss, whether it's the situation with another person or just, as I mentioned, there's a life situation happening. Either way, the more effective, efficient way to get through this is to face it, to go through it, not ignore it, right? And don't ignore the hurt. Don't ignore the feeling. Go through the feeling, because that's the only way to get to the other side. And if you are needing to get to the other side because there's important stuff going on in your life that you have to deal with, the best thing to do is get through this pain as best as possible, so that way you can move on with it. That's just my opinion. That's how I would do it. Not everybody is the same. I get that. Okay. You know, I have compassion. You're hurting. So however you can deal with that, the best way, just take care of yourself, think of yourself, love yourself, right? Anyway, okay. Let's see what's coming through in the environment, and we will see if this personal energy plays out in the rest of the cards. There's also a sense of not being satisfied. For some of you, it's like this wasn't your choice. And it's just like a little bit of, this isn't fair, you know, type of feeling. For some of you, you're thinking like, why do I have to go through this moment? Like everything was so good. Why is this even happening? If it's not a big situation and it's just like a minor inconvenience, I do feel a lot of complaining. Okay, I don't know if this is you or someone else, but it does feel very complaining. Geez, these cards, I don't know what's happening. All right, what isn't? Okay, breathe it out. Yeah, there's a definite feeling of you not being satisfied with something. What is in the environment for the Sagittarius group I'm reading for today? The environment for October 2023. Ooh, the Magician. Love that. The Tower. Okay. Hopefully you do well with Tower moments. Something, I mean, yeah, there's a definite end here. Something is breaking down. A foundation that you have spent a lot of time, effort, energy, invested a lot of yourself into. It's time for it to crumble. It's time for it to come down. There's a need for a change. A cycle is a new phase of your life is wanting to start, is wanting to come through. I don't feel that you are holding on. I feel maybe you're a little complaining about it, but I don't feel you're necessarily like resisting. Okay, so that's a good thing. That's a good sign. When the Tower comes through, when the World and the Tower comes through together, especially, then you have the card of endings, like this, the 10 of, what is this? 10 of Swords is because, I mean, not because, you have these endings. Like, this is saying that something is no longer, and this new cycle is trying to come through. I don't know. I feel like if this is your energy here, you are creating this break of a foundation. But some of you may have Scorpio placements in your chart just because it feels intentional at the same time, okay? Someone is manifesting this change, this breakdown. I also feel like somebody ended something in the night, ended something in a haste. Maybe this was brewing. You felt it coming. Like it was one of those things, like your intuition, your instincts were just like, if something was starting to stir up within you or within the situation, circumstance, something like that. Like you knew that you had to end this thing. And maybe you were just like waiting until one moment there was like a strike or like a snap, and you just did it. Okay. So, or this could be someone else that did this to you as well, because this is in your environment. But for the sake of creation, with the Magician here, the sake for alchemy, the sake of manifesting something different, and it could be the manifestation of this new cycle. All right. But this is like very clear energy to me. So the group I'm reading for, it's going to be a very impactful month of October for you. So once again, just take it easy on yourself as you go through these changes. This is just the beginning, okay? There's no need to control the situation. There's just a need to flow with it and go with the motions, I'm feeling. You're co-creating with the universe on a new cycle, but you don't know what that looks like yet. You don't have all of the answers to that yet, like obviously, right? Like you're going into a new phase of life. You don't know what's going to come through with that. So I do feel a little bit of like curiosity and enthusiasm simultaneously, just loss. All right. If anything comes through that I need to clarify with that, as we go further into the reading, I will. What's coming through during the month? Let's break down the month. I'm going to look at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the month, get more details. This could also be people, situations, circumstances. But like I said, it's more on the mundane level. Is coming through for the Sagittarius for the beginning of October 2023. These cards feel a lot better than the other ones did as I'm shuffling. Good. Page of Swords, thinking things through. Like I said, I feel like you are communicating as well on this ending slash beginning. I don't know what it is. Is it like, are you doing research, or it feels like you are, your mind is focused on words. Your mind is focused. So you may be reading or you may be like looking at videos, like you're learning, you want to learn something, you want to gain some type of knowledge here. If this has to do with this situation, yes, okay, you could be like messaging people or your person or something like that about this ending beginning thing. But putting that aside, it does feel like you're in a learning capacity. Like there's something that there's some type of information that you're gaining, that you're researching, that you're looking for. This does feel like something you are interested in. Maybe there's a new passion coming through. something that you have once wanted to do or have done in the past that you haven't done in the while, because the Three of Wands talks about like timing and how there's time has passed between one thing and another in a sense. So it does feel like this is something that you once were interested in, and it's coming back to life for you. Like there's a little spark of interest in this thing again, and so you're trying it out. There is communication here, but there's also this sense of waiting on communication as well. Like you've made a decision, you made a choice, and you have told somebody your choice and your decision here, the beginning of October. And now it's like the waiting game to see how this thing evolves regarding the decision that you made. But again, I mean, I was feeling like passion, like you're really passionate about this thing. You're really interested in this thing. And the Ace of Wands comes out, which is the like quintessential passion card in the deck, you know, like that's what it stands for. Have a lot of energy as well at the beginning of the month. Ooh, your card, Temperance. Yeah, you're feeling really good, okay? So knowing that you're going through an ending, I think you're taking it very well. And yeah, like it doesn't feel super bad. Like if you have the Three of Swords with like another, I don't know, like the Five of Cups or something, then yeah, for sure you would have been going through it like emotionally. But it just feels very like intentional here. The Temperance card comes through saying that there is divine interference here. Like the universe is sending you your energetic guide. This could be in any form. It could be like a hunch, an intuition. It could be a person that is a catalyst for something. It could be a circumstance that seems not spontaneous, that seems synchronistic, right? So there's something like that coming through. It's also a matter of harmonizing. I feel like with the Temperance, it's harmonizing the past and what is to come, or like where you're at right now is different from where you were like the beginning of the year or like a few months ago or something like that. And so it's like, what are you bringing with you from this previous cycle, from this previous life path or whatever? There's a matter of like leaving behind what you know is not going to suit you on this new cycle, but also bringing with you what you've learned, bringing with you your experiences and your wisdom and your growth and like the things that you have acquired, whether it's physically, like from a material 3D perspective, or internally from like a behavioral, emotional, spiritual perspective, something like that. But like leaving what you know is not good for you, what is not going to work for you, what is not suited, what is not relevant or something like that. And then bringing with you the stuff that is, but at the same time, it's like, because you're in a new cycle, you're also in a learning phase. You're also like trying to situate yourself and like get your feet on the ground here in some way. So the Temperance is coming to harmonize those two aspects and to alchemize this. Okay, it's very similar to the Magician as it relates to the alchemization of two things or more than one thing to create something. What the Temperance card is trying to create is harmony and balance in your life. There's also a sense of patience. There's also a sense of understanding and compassion and like, because Temperance is fire, but also in the depiction of temperance, there's water. She's pouring water from one cup into another. But at the same time, the underlining energy of temperance is fire. So the alchemization of your passion and your energy and your drive and your intention and the initiation of something with your emotion and your feeling and your sensitivities and your intuition and your instincts. Okay? So something like that, like alchemizing all of that together into creating one and harmonizing that. But I will get more clarity on these cards. What is coming through for the middle of the month? Judgment. So this is like from the 11th through the 20th, something like that. 10 of Swords. So here's the 10. There's a big realization happening in the middle of October that's going to lead to something ending. It could be the cycle, okay? Like for some of you, the beginning of the month, it's going to be like, you know that this is coming. You know that you're passionate for something new. You know that your life is changing in some way and there's a need, like you're figuring out how to harmonize it. You are researching, maybe you're researching in your mind, you're researching your soul, you're researching your higher self, or like getting to know what you need, what you want, something like that. But also communicating. And then by the middle of the month, this ending happens and it's a huge, huge judgment call. This is Judgment Day. This is the universe presenting a situation. And it's like, here is this huge, serious, impactful situation in your life. What are you going to do? How are you going to take it? How are you going to react to it? How are you going to use it? What is the decision? Something like that. You realize something. You realize that something needs to change. You realize that a phase needs to end at the same time. For some of you, this could be like your family lineage. Like when they talk about the breaking of curses, it just means like these cycles that, you know, your mother or your parents went through, and then your parents' parents went through the same thing, and it was because of your parents' parents' parents that, you know, all this happened. Like it's a thing of around your bloodline of like, we're not doing that anymore. You know, I'm going to change the narrative. I'm going to change the situation. I'm not going to be like them. I'm not going to be like that. Could also be just, I'm not going to be like the way I was. I'm not going to be who I was. Maybe something comes through and it's just a realization about yourself with judgment. I mean, it is realization, right? So you may be realizing something in the 3D about your life, your relationships, your circumstances, something like that. But there could also be a self-realization of what do you bring to the table when it comes to something that is ending? Like, how did you contribute to that? And seeing that maybe something about that behavior, that thought process or something like that needs to end or needs to change because it's not working for you. Maybe you have new goals in life, or like you see your future a certain way that is different from how you used to see it. Therefore, you need to change your thought process and your belief systems a little bit. So that way, because this is like a new vision that you have for your future that is different from what it once was, certain old behaviors that you used to have are not going to help you alchemize and create this new vision, okay? So maybe there's like a realization that comes through really strongly there. Like you realize something about yourself and there's like a feeling of rebirth at this moment, like a rejuvenating energy that comes through within you. And I do feel like your spirit guides are applauding you, you know, like they are, and it could be actual family members, but these are like elders or people that have ascended in some way. Doesn't have to be age gap. It could be energetic gap or like old souls or something like that. But it just feels like your circle or the people that rally around you, whether it's in literal form or energetic form, it's like they're proud of you. They stand behind you. They're energetically saying like, this is the, like, we're here to help you, or I don't know, something like that. Like you have backup. Okay. So you feel supported, you know. There's a lot of like simultaneous stuff. I keep getting the word simultaneous. Like you're doing several things at the same time that are opposite from one another, right? Endings and beginnings. There's this feeling of like with the Judgment card, it's a heavy, dense card. Okay. Like it has its presence when it shows up. So it's not always easy to feel, handle, get through when Judgment comes. But at the same time, there is this sense of excitement and enthusiasm around it as well. And I don't know if that's just the Sagittarius energy that like, no matter what, there's that optimism coming through, right? Which is a beautiful thing. And I love the Sagittarius for that. So maybe it's something like that. Like, you know, you're going through something heavy, but at the same time, you know, you can get through it. At the same time, you know that it's for a good reason. It's for a purpose, the higher good, whatever it is. And so there's optimism and enthusiasm, and especially with the sun coming through here, is telling me that for sure, like that optimism is there. There's blessing, there's vitality, there's energy, power, life force. If you're looking for a yes or no, like you have a question, you just want to know, like, should I do this or whatever? Yes, you should. The sun is the yes card. But yeah, like the universe is blessing this change and this metamorphosis, this transformation, this new cycle, this new phase. You also have the Queen of Cups here coming through in the middle of the month in some way, giving you a blessing maybe, or there's just like good energy, positive energy, light, like light, the literal light from the sky or whatever. Light energy coming through. There could be the cycle that is changing with this queen, male or female. This type of person is very intuitive, instinctual, compassionate, loving, caring, understanding, accepting. She leads with her heart, always. There's a, what is this? She's showing you something. She's showing you her heart. There's some vulnerability. Maybe she's helping you in a more like loving way to get through this cycle change or something like that. She gives you a feeling of peace and calmness with all the blue here, but she internally is very, very passionate. And the Queen of Cups is really passionate. The Queen of Cups is the card of the Cancer, so very watery, passionate energy. We'll see what comes through with her, but she's making her presence known in the middle of the month. He or she. All right, let's go into the end of the month. Here's another queen. Queen of Swords. The Chariot. It's another Cancer card. The end of the month feels like you are on your path, like you're going somewhere and you're very clear about where you're going. But there is movement here with the Chariot. Four of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Excuse me. And the Fool at the bottom. All right, what is this? Well, there's love coming through here. That's for sure at the end of the month. I don't know. It does feel like you're going somewhere. Like you're on, I mean, mundane, like day-to-day stuff. Like you may be traveling at the end of the month. But this is divine path. All right. Whereas the Temperance is like a divine guidance or an angel coming through. The Chariot is the path showing itself. The direction that you need to go, that you are going on. You are going to be showing more of yourself. You are going to be, there's a little bit of like public eye here. As you are going down this path, people are going to notice that you're on a new path. And it's like, I need to show you something. I need to tell you something. There's an element of that. It's like, look what I've been working on. I've been working on this for a bit. Look what I've been working on. I'm going to show you what I'm working on. I'm going to show you what I've been creating, what I've been building, what I've been putting together. There's like larger than life energy here as well. And I know the Sagittarius archetype, you know, comes off that way very much so. I don't know, it just feels like very confident as well. Like you are super, super clear on what you're doing. Okay, there is no hesitation. And I still haven't felt that regardless, right? Even from the beginning, it's like you chose to break this tower, to end this thing, and you knew that it was going to put you on a new path by doing that. You probably felt it coming, like I was saying. It's just like it's all been laid out in your mind. It's all been planned out in your mind, you know? Like you saw a vision, like it was like a premonition or something. Like you saw this coming, and there was no hesitation as one thing led to another, you know, like you just felt guided and you felt like this is the thing I have to do. I'm going to make this choice. This is the thing I have to do. I'm going to go down this path. This is the thing I have to do. I'm going to, you know, talk to this person, or I don't know. Like it's just, there's no hesitation. As you feel it, you do it, right? Some people cannot do that. And then maybe to you, like, as I say this, it's like, duh, you know, like that's what you do, you know, but some people can't. You know, like they will get the message from the universe to do something, to say something, to move somewhere, to go somewhere, whatever. And they resist and they hesitate and they sabotage, right? I just feel like the Sagittarius that I'm picking up on trusts themselves and trusts the universe and the evolution of their life path. That they take the risk, and maybe to you it doesn't even feel like a risk. It just feels like that's what I do, you know, like I always do that type of thing. So beautiful there. But there is like a control factor coming through at the end. Like be careful that, you know, you're going through this path or this change. You're clear about the path, and then all of a sudden your control tendency comes through. Like you're so open and you're flowing and you are taking the messages from the universe and you're taking action on them, right? But once you realize that you are on your path now, like this new cycle, you just want to be careful that you don't start to like control the steps, control the thing. I don't know how to explain it. Like, stay in your flow as much as you can. Stay clear, but in your flow as much as you can. Remember, this is like a energy of simultaneously doing two opposite things. Instead of holding, or it just feels like, okay, I'm on a path, and what is this feeling? It's like you anticipate something that's going to happen, therefore you make a move to prevent like an outcome that you don't want, or something like that, right? And with too much control, I understand co-creation with the universe, but with too much control, then that's when you're going to start to hit blocks, right? Because you're not in flow. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling there. At the same time, I'm also feeling some of you want to just hold on to this cup, like as tight as you can. Like, you don't want to lose this cup. It's like you love this new cycle. You love where it's going. You don't want it to steer in the wrong direction. So you're trying to control things so that way you can continue feeling the way you're feeling. If this has to do with this relationship, like a person, or if you, for whoever is dealing with the relationship that you left and then a new cycle started, or maybe an old cycle with the person ended and a new cycle started with someone else, something like that. Because the Cups card here is coming through as a form of love, okay? So if this is a relationship situation, you want to hold on to this relationship as much as you can. You want to hold on to this love. I do feel that it could be coming through with this queen here, because she's literally giving the heart, and she's next to the sun here. And it's the same element as the Cup card, but at the same time, there's another queen coming through here. I don't know if this is you or someone else, but we are going to see and start to get some clarifiers out. All right. What is coming through for the Page of Swords? Let's clarify what this page is. Queen of Wands. Okay, you're passionate about this person, this thing. You are attracted to somebody. Somebody is like, you and someone else are exchanging, because the Page of Swords talks about communication. So you're exchanging passionate communication at the beginning of October. What else for this page? Two of Wands. You made a decision about this person. Queen of Swords. Yeah. All right. So you and this person are communicating back and forth about options and the direction that you want to take something. If it's not about a relationship, it's just a matter of you being really passionate about this new thing that I was picking up on. And there is an element around it where you have to make a decision about it, about either doing it or not, something like that. But you need to face it. I don't know why I'm hearing, like, you need to face it. You need to go directly at it in some way. I don't know what that means for you. Three of Wands. What is the Three of Wands? Four of Cups. You're waiting on something. That Two of Wands comes before the Three of Wands here. So the Two of Wands is the decision that's been made. The Three of Wands is waiting on the results of it, waiting on seeing it come to life, or like the ships to come in, you know. So you may be a little bored the beginning of the month, waiting for this to happen. There's also a feeling of longing, missing, just being a little bit like, that sucks type of feeling. That sucks. What else for the 3? The High Priestess. Again, this is like going back to the complaining. I'm so sorry. If you're not a complainer and you're not complaining, great, good, okay? But if you are, it's fine. It's just like not satisfied with the situation. You made a choice, yes. You don't see, like you're waiting. It's taking a while for this to come through. Okay, so you feel a little let down. You feel a little bored. You feel like something sucks, like it's a bummer. But you know at the same time that this is like intuitively something is happening. Something is brewing. Like that's why there's waiting, I guess. There's a waiting element here in the beginning and the need to have patience with Temperance. So intuitively in the background, behind the veil, in the ethers, something is brewing. And at the beginning of the month, it's like, yes, you may be complaining or impatient or whatever, but there's higher forces going on here with this priestess, all right? I don't know if this is you, another person, or just the energy of it in general is just saying, like, chill. You know, like, you don't have all of the answers right now. You don't know what it's going to look like right now. You need to have patience. You made your choice, right? Wait on the results. Wait on the outcome. Like, there's more brewing in the surroundings, in the environment, whether it's the 3D environment or the energetic environment. So just wait it out a bit. You don't have control right now on this thing. The universe is saying, like, I got it. I got this. All you needed to do was make a decision. That's all. That was your only job. Make the decision. You told me what you wanted. I got you. Right? Like, that's how the universe is coming through. And so let the universe figure out the details. Ace of Fire, Ace of Wands. This is the passion. Ooh, Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're definitely passionate about this Queen of Cups. And you definitely want to hold on to this Queen of Cups. I don't know if some of you want to control the Queen of Cups, but you want to hold on. 3 of Pentacles, being on the same page. There's mutual affection here. There's mutual feelings. This Queen of Cups is passionate for you as well. You're passionate. You're excited, enthusiastic about a new beginning or a beginning with somebody. There's a lot of communication. I feel like heartfelt communication coming through. You're curious about this person. And it's also like, I'm so curious about them. I want to ask them this thing. I want to tell them that. But how are they going to take it? Like, is it okay for me to say this? Or I don't know why I'm feeling it like that. Like, like if I say this, how are they going to, like, what are they going to say back? Or what is this feeling I'm getting? I don't know. It's just like cautious, but curious. Attracted, pulled, magnetic, you know. Like this queen, she's like, I'm here, right? Like, but you're, how do I explain this? It's like she's sitting on her throne and she's sitting there and she's like literally looking at you as you like tiptoe toward her or around her, or like a little cautious or a little, what is this feeling? Intimidated, maybe. But I mean, you still do it. Like, you're still communicating with her, and she is as well. Okay, what is Temperance? He or she? Sorry. Just saying she because it's a queen in the card. Temperance, please clarify. Queen of Pentacles. King of Swords. Either there's a lot of people in your life right now, or you have different personality types that you're tapping into within yourself, something like that. Temperance is here to harmonize, as we said, right? There's a sense of how can I turn this cup of emotion, and you may be speaking on it and collaborating and coming to like consensus with someone, right? If you are dealing with somebody. If not, this is just you and your circumstance and what you're going through. But it's like, how can I turn this cup into this pentacle? How can I turn this emotion into this 3D tangible situation, circumstance, thing? Okay, I feel something for this situation. I feel passionate, or like I feel something for this person. How can I turn it into a real thing? And the the King of Swords is here using your, like, the King of Swords is like clarity, you know, like truth. I don't know, it's just something about like, be truthful, be you, be just lead with your, I don't know how to explain it, as your authenticity, you know, because you are the Temperance card, right? Like, this Temperance signifies the Sagittarius energy. Yeah, be you type of thing. There could be like other people coming through here as well, helping with it. Like maybe you are going to, again, the idea or the feeling that I was getting of like elders or people with more experience, people that you trust, that you count on, something like that, to get guidance and their opinion or clarity. But there's something that you want to bring into the real world here. Like Temperance is, because Temperance is alchemization, you're trying, and whether it's this person or not, it doesn't have to be, but you're trying to solidify something. You're using your logic and your strategic ability in some way, your clarity and your truth, to create something in the physical realm. And I don't know, this is like money, abundance, stability, security, or this person, something like that, because she turns from a Queen of Cups into a Queen of Pentacles. If it is a person, he or she turns from the cup to the pentacle. So it turns from the emotion to the realistic situation. Okay, so it could be that. If not, like I said, you're trying to create something with like a tangible foundation, like something you can rely on, depend on. Maybe you're recreating your tower, you know, like you tore the tower down, so you're building up again. Okay, so that, yeah, I feel that strongly. You're building a new foundation here. All right, what is Judgment? Seven of Pentacles. Middle of the month. Judgment is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. One more, please. The Sun. Yeah, whatever this realization is, the universe is gonna present something into your life. All right, it's gonna be a big moment, aha moment of realization. Whether it's something that changes in your 3D life or within you, there's no doubt that it's going to be there. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna see it. And what it's going to do, it's going to give you the opportunity to reevaluate your situation. And like I was saying when I was talking about this card, like this is exactly what it is actually. It's like reevaluating your situation or yourself, okay? Things that you need to stay, like keep away, like end forever, you know, like that's done. That's not me. That's not my life. Like that situation, that job, that house, that person, those friendships, those, you know, whatever it is, right? Or my thought process, my behaviors, my patterns, not everything, right? Do away with it, with what is not going to help you create this new foundation. Keep what will. So there's that reevaluation, that redoing or evaluating something with the 7 of Pentacles for the sake of the sun. The sun is your blessing. The sun is what you want. What is the 10? For the sake of happiness, for the sake of this new thing. So here is the ending, a definite ending of some sort with the 10 of Swords. Once you go through this judgment moment. Ooh. That's not good. 5 of Swords. Sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I don't want to scare anyone. 5 of Swords. To clarify the 10 of Swords. What are you doing? Somebody sabotaged. Man. You're on a roll here, Sagittarius. If this is you sabotaging, forget it. Why would you do such a thing? So you have the 5 of Swords and the Empress. One more. I don't know if you're the Empress or if the Empress is another person. One more for this 10 of Swords. Queen of Swords. Someone starts to overthink. It's not a clean break, whatever this is. Yes, you're reevaluating because you know that you want the sun. You have a vision of this new foundation. Two things. One is for the scenario where you are dealing with someone and you're ending a cycle with them. It's not a clean break because it's going to come back to you the middle of the month somewhere. All right. And, the Empress is throwing me off. Something throws you off. The Empress is like, she trumps all of the queens. Okay? The Empress is like, I've been through each queen phase. I have created my position. I have created, you know, I mean, along with the Emperor, right? There's no Empress without the Emperor. They do it together. But it's like this sense of someone has a higher ranking here. Someone has a higher status. Since the Empress has all of the elements within her, all of the queens within her. The Empress has the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands within her. This situation with this ending or this change is coming through someone, I don't know who it is, you or someone else, feels, or is, not feels, is at a higher ranking, a higher status, more experienced, like really confident, knows her place, knows her worth, right? Like really like respectful, like you're gonna come at me, make sure that you're not fucking around, you're not bullshitting, like, you know, it's like very like intimidating in a sense, especially if the Empress is dealing with somebody who is not of like feels the same way for themselves, right? Whoever is dealing with the Empress clearly doesn't, because they sabotaged something. But what I'm trying to say is that the Empress is using her Queen of Swords energy. And that's very And if you're hearing this before the middle of the month, you want to be careful, because a Queen of Swords with the Ten of Swords is telling me that this queen is cutting something out. This is the only queen that has a weapon as her modality, right? As her symbol. So the Empress is using her inner Queen of Swords to cut something out, to end something out, or to cut through the bullshit and get to the truth. Okay, I'm feeling that there. You may have a possible ending with an Empress in the middle of the month. A realization comes through, and there's truth that comes out with this Ten of Swords that may change the cycle, the situation. But because there's sabotage with the Five of Swords, at this point, somebody gets the truth of that sabotage. Like, why are you doing that? Like, why? You know? So the Empress comes through, and it's just like direct in your face, asking the questions, getting to the truth of the matter of why someone sabotaged a situation. I don't know how that is. What's this Queen of Cups? You have the Fool here. New beginning. So crazy. So crazy. Like, an ending, a literal ending with the Ten of Swords. That is the ending. That's a death card, basically. And next to it is this Queen. You're starting a new cycle with this person. So ending, beginning. Once again, simultaneous energy. What else for this Queen of Cups? Yeah, you're coming together with this person, and there's celebration. And you want, like, you feel really happy. The Three of Cups is happiness. You have the Star at the bottom there. Let's use another deck. There's just really good feelings that you're getting from this Queen of Cups person. I'm feeling, what is it? Like, like the feeling of when you make up with someone. Okay? That's what it feels like. You made up with someone. Okay, what is the Sun? Regardless, it's still a new start with this Three of Cups and this Fool together. New start of love and togetherness and happiness and joy and good feelings. Sun, please. This deck I never use, and it takes me a while to realize which card is what, so just bear with me a little bit. What is the Sun, please? This reading is so long. Page of Wands. Okay, good. Ooh, Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands was here with this Queen and the communication, being on the same page with the Queen. So yeah, I mean, the Sun is here. It's just like, yes, let's do this thing. You're passionate about it. You're clear about it. I don't know. It's exciting. It's fun. You're enthusiastic. You're very curious. You're very like, I want it. Whatever it is. So good. Sun. Let's see what this Queen of Swords is bringing. So it's like the middle of the month. There's a big awakening, a big awareness here. And there's like somebody is identifying where they sabotage. Oh, I'm also getting somebody's identifying how they sabotaged their ranking or their status, or like where they stood with someone, how like someone thinks about them. Okay, that's because the swords is about thinking. So that could also be a outcome or a situation here. Someone sabotaged the high level of, like, someone saw someone in a really high light, like a good, like, I don't know how to explain it. What is the word? Like ranking, like they are pedestal, like, you know, maybe somebody was put on a pedestal or something like that. And based off of a behavior that happened, like someone showed another side of them or whatever, and it made somebody see them in a different way. So they sabotaged their perspective of them. They sabotage how they felt about them, how they saw them, what they think about them. Like this person, and so it's like the end of that cycle, the end of that. Either that created an ending, or just with this awareness and judgment card, the truth comes out. There's a realization about that situation and how someone sabotaged how the impression that somebody has on them. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm sorry. Queen of Swords. Nine of Swords. The World. The end of the month. One more for that. There is shame and guilt and worry and anxiety about this cycle ending, this cycle closing, this thing ending. I don't know if this is you feeling like this or someone else, but this World card that you've been anticipating this whole thing, or that you've been going through, you may have been going through it. It's again that feeling of I feel shitty, but at the same time I feel happy. Like, I don't know, I feel lost, but at the same time I'm excited. Like the past, the future, like this. I'm surprised I don't have the Two of Pentacles. Do I? I don't know. But something happens where you get in your head, or somebody gets in their head about this cycle ending, beginning, whatever. And it creates anxiety, stress, guilt, shame. It's like all the mind play, overthinking. The Chariot right next to it. The High Priestess and Temperance. What? These came up here. Somebody's overthinking their path at this point. There's a need with the Queen of Swords is saying there's a need to get clear. There's a need to like get rid of all of the mental anxiety, the mental play. Trust your intuition. Know that with Temperance, like this is supposed to play out the way it's supposed to play out. This cycle is ending. There's nothing that you can do about it. Trust, have faith. Do what I said earlier that you were doing. Like, it was a matter of you're not overthinking it. You just do the things as the universe comes and tells you, take this path, do this thing, make this move. You know, you're like, okay, and you do it. But something happens at the end of the month where it's like you're overthinking, second guessing all the work that you've done. Because I do feel at this point is when you realize probably that you're like you're already in the new cycle. This is that. I feel that strongly. This is like realizing, whereas here you were closing out one, beginning another, you were in limbo, you were doing the back and forth simultaneous thing. So it was like this feeling of like, I'm not there yet, but I'm excited about it and I'm doing it and all the things. By the end of the month, you realize that the old is done, finito, gone, and you're in your new cycle already. It's like when you move into a new house And it's like your first night, and you're you know, going to sleep, and you're like, oh shit, like I'm in this whole new house, right? Like it's something like that, like a realization of I'm here now. And so I just feel like there's some of you are going to just have this like anxiety moment when you realize that all this happened. And it was like realization. The High Priestess comes out, like you knew it was coming. The Temperance comes out. You knew that your guides in the universe was like your angels were sent here to help you with this situation. The World here saying you knew that the cycle was happening, and then the Chariot. These are all huge, huge, huge face cards that have already come through in your reading. You already went through all of these things by the time you get here. So that's why it's telling me that once you get here, you've already gone through it, but anxiety kicks in. Fear kicks in, and it's just like, oh shit, I'm already here, you know? Now what? Chariot. Queen of Wands, which is this person that came through at the beginning of the reading. So this person came through at the beginning of the month. More passion. I mean, of course, you're a fire sign, so all the fire cards are here. 5 of shit. I don't know what to tell you. 5 of Swords. So here's that sabotage again that came through with this ending. You're going to sabotage. Some of you, if you're not careful, you're going to sabotage your path. Like once you realize you're in it, you're going to want to fuck it up somehow. Make wrong decisions, go against your higher self, go against the universe, go against it, resist it. 5, 6, 7, 8 of Wands. Yeah, this happens quick. I want to say for some of you, like you thought your path was going to look a certain way. And maybe that's the other part of the anxiety, is because you realize that it's not what you thought. Oh, I got the chills with that. It's not what you thought. Like it's someone else. Or 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Wands. This is fast moving energy. 5 of I don't know what to tell you. One more for that. Four of Pentacles. Cards just come out to clarify themselves. 4 of Pentacles. You're on a path. The divine is here to guide you, and you're sabotaging this path because you want to hold on to something. Here's where you're not being open. Here's where, and I feel like for some of you, this queen is you. In the beginning, like you were passionate about this direction that you were taking. And by the end, you realize that you're on the path already. You've already closed out a cycle. You've opened a new cycle. You're in the new cycle. You realize that. You feel like it happened so quickly also. And then you start to want to control. There you go. That's what happens. That's what happens. Something happens where you're no longer flowing and you're in control mode. And the control sabotages this path in some way. Like, and you cannot, it's not like if it's one of those things where you can pick and choose when it comes to the Chariot, when it comes to the World. Like this is just, this just is, okay? Like you're in this new phase now. This is divine. This is bigger than you, all right? So you can't control that you're on it or not. What you do is you resist it, okay? But you're still on it, which means when you're resisting your destiny, the path to your destiny, and you go down the chariot, you get in the car, you get in the chariot, you get on the road, you're going down, and you're choosing the hard path when you resist and you control. It doesn't mean that you're not on the path. You're still going to get there. Your destiny is still your destiny. So either you continue to flow and you continue to say yes, and you continue to pick up on the universe's cues and messages, and you're in tune with yourself, with your higher self, with you're aligned, and like you stay on this high vibe, and which means if you're on the high vibe, you're on the high road, you're on the high path, right? Like you have the path of least resistance with that. It's when you create these mental things that come that want, how can I say, like these mental thoughts, these mental boundaries, these mental conflicts or constraints or something, and you think it's reality, right? Like you're telling yourself that you have to, like you can't do this because of that. You don't want to do this, like reasons to validate why you should not do something that you should. That's all fake shit. Spirit, your higher self, the universe doesn't sound like that. That is your own trauma response. When we block ourselves, when we resist something because of A, B, C, D, right? Usually it has to do with an experience, a past trauma experience, like whatever. It's not spirit. It's not purity. It's not your higher self. Your higher self is never going to talk to you that way. This is your trauma response. Telling you, giving you anxiety. You're on this path. You're on the new thing. You don't want it anymore. You don't want to do it anymore. Blah, 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 whatever. Like all these reasons why to validate why you should sabotage your path, which again, you're not. There's no way. You're still on the path. It's just, you're still going to get to the destiny. There's no way you can change the destiny. You're just choosing the hard way. That's it. Four of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. Five of Wands. Yeah, what's happening here is because you want to control. You have this idea that your vision, your end goal looks a certain way. And maybe you feel that your path is not taking you there, right? Like something happens where it's like, wait, this is not the stop. Or like imagine yourself metaphorically, you're on a road and you're going toward a destination and you're like, this is not the way, right? Like I know where I'm going. We're going the wrong way. You're telling the universe like we're going the wrong way, metaphorically. So therefore you start to come in and sabotage and want to control. You have your end goal, your wish fulfillment here, which is the Eight of Cups. Like you're going toward it and you're fighting things along the way because you think and perceive that you're not on the right path. You don't know what it's going to look like. You don't know what the path to your destiny, the highest path to your destiny looks like. Your job is to follow the path with least resistance, right? The universe's job is to create the path. Create as it's like the image of as you're going, the bricks on the road are forming, right? That's the universe. Your job is to be in the chariot and go and drive the car, metaphorically. The universe is to keep creating the bricks or the road as you're going. Does that make sense? Anyway, you're trying to create the bricks on the road. That's not your job. Your job is to drive the car. The universe's job is to create the bricks on the road. Ace of Cups. Either way, the sabotage comes because you want to control the situation and you think that you're not on your way to your wish fulfillment, but you are. The Hierophant. Ooh, there's a commitment here at the end of the month. A commitment to contract. Something that you are emotionally invested in. Page of Pentacles. This is an opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. High potential here for a positive outcome as it relates to whatever it is you love, you want, you care for, your heart is invested in. All right, I hope you got something out of that reading. It's a beautiful month. It really is. There's a lot of work to do, yes, but shit. If you're not supposed to be where you are at, like, I mean, we are always supposed to be where we are, but like, if it's time for the change, if it's time for your cycle to change, one to end, one to begin, like, that's where you're supposed to be, that's what you're going through this month, yes, say yes all day. I would. I want to prolong a situation. But you're that way, you're brave, you know. You're not scared of stuff like this, so. What? Oh, I'm doing the Seasons of the Witch Samhain Oracle for Halloween. It may or may not pertain to your situation, but you got crystals and herbs. Number 12, that breaks down to a 3. Oh, what medicine, what sacredness to behold. A dash of healing straight from mother's home. All right, number 12. Keywords is earth's medicine and healing. Okay, so let's see what this card is about. This is an allegory. What the heck? Allegory. Why have I never seen this word before? I know how to read, guys. Don't judge me. Okay, this is an allegory for the profound healing that comes from working with Earth's medicine. Sometimes you have to come back to the basics, Earth energy. This means touching the earth and her offerings, getting to know your crystals, herbs, essential oils, and the ground that you walk on, forest bathing or sleeping under the stars, finding a quiet stream or meadow, and speaking to your surroundings, talking to your plants or growing new ones. Invite earth healing into your life in whatever way feels right to you, as the earth is always here for you, but like your guides, Mother Nature needs an invitation. Pulling crystals and herbs is an invitation to find a deeper connection with earth energy. Mother Earth is calling you home, and that healing can be found within nature's language. The earth element represents grounding, connection, stability, and strength. Nature nourishes and supports you and all things on this planet. Behold the sacredness that is earth magic. You will feel more replenished as you develop your connection. Beautiful. Just stay connected, Sagittarius, okay? You know that this is bigger than you. And if you feel out of sorts, if you feel anxiety, doubt, hesitation, even a little pain, heartbreak, ground yourself. Okay? Go outside, walk barefoot, water your grass, sit under the moon, hug a tree. I don't know. Ground yourself. All right? Sit on the floor. Be on the floor. If you can't get out, be on the floor as much as you can. Okay? But I hope this helped somebody out there. Hope you got something out of it. Like the video, please press the little thumbs up button. I would appreciate it. Share the video, comment on the video, something. I don't care. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I like reading for you. So check out your moon sign, your rising sign, your partner sign. I hope you have a fun and safe month of October. Thank you so much for your time and energy today, and we will see you on the next one.